Hey everyone, it's Lauren here, and I'm so glad that you are joining me for another devotional video. And I've been thinking a lot about the last 10 years of my life over the past few weeks because last week I celebrated my 10-year anniversary at LOPC, which is also my 10-year anniversary of being in ministry in general. And there's a lot that's happened in my life in those last 10 years, but I still remember my very first session meeting and being asked to share about a scripture that's been particularly meaningful for me in my life. And I shared from Jeremiah chapter 29. This is a chapter where Jeremiah, the letter is speaking to the Israelites that are in exile in Babylon. In the beginning of the chapter, the scripture reads that the Israelites are to plant gardens to give their daughters away in marriage to the Babylonians. They're essentially, God is calling them to be part of the community. And then, of course, just a few verses later, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans for you to prosper." And that was something I shared with the session at the time, the leadership, especially thinking about God's calling to me to the specific community of LOPC. And now, 10 years later, and reflecting on the same biblical passage, I feel God calling me and perhaps calling you to live into whatever situation you have right now, whether it's a time of joy or perhaps a time of transition, to live into noticing the blessings and the opportunities around you and living into those so you can be a blessing to others, because God is always working for the good in the world and in our lives. And the more we can recognize that, and the more that we can see the opportunities to even go beyond making do in our situation, but moving from surviving to thriving wherever we are, I think is something that I find encouragement. I find encouragement from Jeremiah 29. So, whatever season of life you find yourself in, look for opportunities and blessings that you can take hold of in order to have a sense of thriving where you are and blooming where you're planted. That's all for now. Take care.